This is 4-2, classifying triangles. You'll be asked to either classify triangles by angle measures, and you'll have to pick from acute, equiangular, right, or obtuse, so you want to memorize those in terms of angle measures. Or you'll be asked to classify triangles by its side lengths. If you're asked by side lengths, your options are either equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. And so the definition of each of these are down below. You guys usually know these. An acute triangle will have all three angles being acute, and an equiangular triangle, all three angles are congruent. I don't know if you've heard equiangular before. It's usually with equilateral. We know that those three angles are 60 degrees, but we call it equiangular in geometry. A right triangle will have one right angle. An obtuse triangle will have one obtuse angle. For the side lengths, if it's equilateral, all three sides are congruent, as denoted by the congruent tick marks here. Isosceles triangle, at least two congruent sides, and a scalene triangle has no sides congruent. Here are two examples of classifying by angles or sides. So take a minute and try this, pause it, and I'll give you the answer in just a minute. Okay, we're looking for triangle FHG. FHG is right here. If two of the angles are 60 and a triangle adds to 180, that would make the other angle 60 degrees. So if you add those, you get 120, subtract from 180, you get 60. And so therefore this would have to be an equiangular triangle. In the second example, triangle ACD. So ACD. Notice I'm looking exactly for which triangle we're talking about before I even decide. Since it has a congruent tick mark, the side that's not labeled is 15. It matches, let me get the pointer up. So this is 15 because that's 15. So we've got 15, 18, and 5. All three side lengths are different, and therefore that is a scalene triangle. So finding the side lengths of an equilateral triangle. Well, we know if it's equilateral, I can mark this up that all three sides are congruent. But now, what do? If we're going to set things equal to each other because they're congruent, we know they're congruent, so they're the same. We can write an equation set equal to each other. But we have three pieces of information. So you just pick any two. So say I pick 2y plus 3. Oh, I don't like this stylus. 2y plus 3 equals 5y minus 18. And then you solve this. So I could subtract 2y from both sides, add 18 to both sides. I'm doing this all at one time. I hope you guys can follow that. And so I get 21 equals 3y. Divide both sides by 3. Y equals 7. Now notice a lot of people would stop and circle A, but that's incorrect because that's y and it's asking you to find the side length. So you have to plug that back in. So I can plug into any one that I want. So 2y plus 3 is the side I'm choosing to plug into, which is 14 plus 3 or 17. And every one should come out to 17, so you can check your work on these. If you plug 5 times 7 minus 18 in, you'll get the same thing. If you do 3 times 7 minus 4, you'll get the same thing.